Niners fans, it's about that time. 8:30 on the Sunday. Faithful Niner Empire. What's good? You know who it is. It's your boy, Jay in the Bay. Faithful. Week 2 is upon us. Obviously, we started the season off great as far as the win-loss column. We got the week 1 win against the Detroit Lions. And now we're heading into Philly and we're facing off against the undefeated Philadelphia Eagles. I'm excited for game day. I can't wait till kickoff. Right now, we are about, an hour and 27 minutes until kickoff. I can't wait. And how's everyone doing? I hope everyone had a productive week. Obviously, the 49ers did incur some injuries. And, very, very unfortunate, but we have to continue, to move on. We have to continue to play the season. We can't just lay down. We still have to go out there and compete. That's why they're professionals. We have to go out there and compete. And this show, of course, is nothing. This show is nothing without the fans, without the people who are subscribed to Jay and the Bay YouTube channel. And of course, shout out to everyone watching on Jay and the Bay Facebook page, Jay and the Bay YouTube channel. I appreciate you guys. And let's say what's up to the people in them comments. And I appreciate Jay coming through. For those that don't know Jay is a avid 49er fan. He enjoys a lot of the 49er content creators on YouTube. He watches a lot of them, and I appreciate Jay for bringing me this information because that was one of my questions for today, Jay. Who would be the starting corner? I thought it would be Demo Lenore because he played basically every snap on defense the first week of the season. So I was wondering who's going to start opposite of Demo Lenore. And it looks like Jay. First of all, let me greet you appropriately. What's good? Appreciate you coming through to the stream, Jay. He says breaking news: Lenore and Norman will start per Adam Schefter. All right. Well, yeah, I was wondering. Josh Norman, we signed him 10 days ago, and he didn't play. He wasn't physically able to play. He wasn't ready. He had no off season, no training camp, and so yeah, I'm excited for Lenore and Norman to play, and we'll see how Josh Norman plays. We know he's not the elite corner he was when he was in Carolina, but if we have a good pass rush, I think Norman can hold up pretty well. Luke Luna, what's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, Luke. He says that's who I figured would start. Yeah, Josh Norman. I didn't think it would be Dante Johnson, Ambry Thomas. I don't think he's ready yet to be a starter in the NFL. But he's still got plenty of room to grow. And obviously, so for our 3 starters, so when the Eagles go in their 3 wide receiver sets, we're going to have Lenore, we're going to have Norman, and then we're going to have K'Wan Williams. We can't forget about K'Wan Williams. He doesn't get talked about that much, but K'Wan Williams will definitely he's definitely, I think, the best nickel slot corner in the NFL. And I think he will play well against the Philadelphia Eagles. Jay says, I will read who is out today. I appreciate that, Jay. Appreciate that. I mean, so far I've heard, obviously Verrett, Mostert are out. Greenlaw is out. Those 3 players are on IR. Emmanuel Mosley, which is very unfortunate. He's the best corner, I think, outside of Jason Verrett, but looks like Emmanuel Mosley will be out of this game. Well, he was ruled doubtful, so most likely he's going to be out for the game. And even if he does play, how effective do you think he would be since he's been, considered doubtful for most of the week? Also, Eric Armstead, he's dealing with an abductor issue. I think that's similar to the hip or close to the hip area. He's questionable. Javon Kinlaw is also questionable. And, we'll see. Basically, I think they're game time decisions. And we'll see how they play. We're definitely going to need them, though. I think, there were definitely holes in the running game against Detroit, especially up the middle. And that's where Javon Kinlaw is. That's where he occupies his spaces up the middle. So if we could have Kinlaw in there, great. If not, I think the other guys that play the defensive tackle position, I think they will step up. Maybe not as good as Kinlaw, but I think they will step up. And maybe D'Amico Ryans will, put more resources to that area. Maybe he will prevent the Philadelphia Eagles offense from running up the middle, because that's definitely where we struggled last week against Detroit. Sean T. Uber, what's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, Sean T. How is your Sunday going? Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you had a productive week, man. And I appreciate everyone who's in the stream right now. Go ahead, leave a thumbs up. Leave a thumbs up in the chat if you're ready for some 49er football. How about that? If you're ready for some 49er football, go ahead, leave a thumbs up in the chat. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe to Jay in the Bay. I appreciate it. Lennon Wolf, the AZ Sports fan. What's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, Lennon. Lennon is a Arizona sports fan, as his name says. He roots for all the teams in the Phoenix, Arizona area. And he's got the DeAndre Hopkins jersey on, man. Good luck to your Cardinals today, man. Hopefully you guys There we go. I'm back. But I got to say, what's good to Big Play Slay? Thanks for tuning in to the stream, man. Good luck to your Philadelphia Eagles today. Hey, you guys can still have a good game, but the Niners can win the game. And if that happens, obviously, I'll be pretty happy. So good luck to your Eagles today, man. Hopefully you guys stay healthy. And thanks for tuning in to the stream, man. Baker Man, what's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, Baker Man. Same thing I said to Big Play Slay, man. Good luck to your Eagles today. Hopefully you guys stay healthy. And I'm looking forward to this game, because I got to be real with the 49er fans and Eagles fans. I got to be real. When the schedule came out, I definitely thought, hey, against the Philadelphia Eagles, oh, that's the easy win. No doubt about it. But I can't really say that now. I don't think it's going to be an easy win. Not only because of the injuries that, the season-ending injuries we occurred with the Niners, with Jason Verrett, Raheem Mostert, Dre Greenlaw, he's out for half the season. Not only because of those injuries, but because I was impressed by the, Philadelphia Eagles. A wise man once said, you never have a second chance to make a first impression. And I can't lie, I was impressed by the Philadelphia Eagles, especially their defense. I know the Falcons aren't, a great team. They're not a great team, but, they still have Matt Ryan, who's a veteran, above average, can be great quarterback. They still have weapons on the offensive side of the ball. And the Eagles didn't allow a defensive touchdown. So I was impressed by that. They also had 3 sacks. They were also really good in the red zone. They didn't allow a red zone touchdown. So, shout out to the Eagles. I was impressed. And Jalen Hurts looked good as well. Looked good passing and running the ball. So, and the Eagles have young wide receivers, and, we lack depth at the quarterback position. So this will be a great game. I think it will be competitive. And, I think, both teams are going to duke it out on the field, and it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a close game. It's going to go back and forth for sure. And Lennon Wolf says, I am ready to go to the Cardinals game. Yeah, I heard about that, man. Have fun at the Cardinals game. And, is that your first game going? I'm not sure. Is that your first game? Let me know in them comments. But enjoy the game, man. Baker Man says, this is the first time I'm against you. Yeah, I dig it, man. It's all good, man. Yeah, I think last year we didn't know each other on YouTube. So now we know each other this year. And now we're going up against each other. So it should be a great game, interesting game. A lot is on the line. Obviously, both teams want to start the season off 2-0. No one wants to, lose their first game. And we can't forget, faithful, this is the Philadelphia Eagles home opener. The fans haven't been in the stadium, since, last year, more than a year ago. And the Philadelphia Eagles fans will be hyped. They'll be ready to go. And, it's going to be an incredible atmosphere. This is definitely enemy territory. But I'm glad we're playing the Eagles week 2 and not like week 15 or week 16. This is an early start for a West Coast team, obviously. But, the Niners have been on the East Coast the last 2 weeks or last week and a half. And I think that will benefit them well. Less travel, I think, is better on the players' bodies and things like that. But, I'm excited. I'm very excited for the game. Tell me how you really feel, Jay. He says, thank God Dante Johnson won't start. He can't cover. I don't think. I wasn't surprised that he's not starting. But, hey, Shanahan and Lynch believe that, he knows the system. He's not great, but for some reason, he's still on the team. They're very comfortable with Dante Johnson for some reason. I mean, he did get beat on that week 1. And I'm talking about this year. This year, Dante Johnson, he did get beat week 1 against Detroit on that touchdown pass. I think it was a Tyrell Williams. But he did make a play, on that last drive by the Lions offense. I think he stayed with the receiver. He did a good job. He was on the receiver's hip. He blocked the ball, so he prevented a pass. So, when he plays bad, you point it out. When he makes a play, you also have to give him props as well. 912 Niner. What's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, 912. How is your Sunday going? Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you had a productive week, man. And, for those that are in the chat right now, if you're ready for some 49er football, make sure you leave a thumbs up, man. Make sure you leave a thumbs up in the chat and on the video if you're ready for some 49ers football. Yes, and I think we will get the win as well, 912 Niner. But it's definitely not as easy as I thought it would be prior to the season starting. That's for sure. Young Hitter, what's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, Young Hitter. Hopefully your Sunday is going well. I know you're ready for some 49er football. Jay says, and Mitchell is expected to get a lot of the workload today. I would imagine that. But, hey, who's ready for Trey Sermon? This should be the debut for Trey Sermon. Obviously, he was a healthy scratch week 1, which was definitely a surprise to me. Because healthy scratch means, hey, he could have played if we needed him or if we thought he could help the team. But clearly Shanahan thought that Mitchell, Hasty, and Mostert were the 3 better running backs. And I was surprised, just like many of you were, that Trey Sermon was left off of the week 1, game. I was surprised. But from all accounts, he should be ready to go. He should be suited up. And especially with Raheem Mostert going on IR, Trey Sermon should be ready, and we'll see what Trey Sermon does, in this game. And I believe we had a good run pass. We had good run pass plays last week, and we also had good. We had a balanced attack. That's what I'm trying to say. We had a balanced attack on offense. I believe we ran the ball like 26 times, and we threw the ball 28 times. So you can't get more balanced than that. And Mitchell had 19 of those carries. So let's say we go 30 pass, 30 run plays this week, it'll be interesting to see how many carries Trey Sermon will get. I think he could get at least maybe 5 to 7 carries. Maybe we'll see. We'll see who Shanahan favors. Would he rather have Hasty in to spell Mitchell, or will he have Sermon in to spell Mitchell? So we'll see. But I think it's clear that Mitchell is the clear-cut starting running back right now, and well-deserved. Young Hitter says, hope you're having a blessed morning. I am. Let's go Niners. Absolutely. Same to you, Young Hitter. Jason, what's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, Jay. He says, let's get smashing, my dudes. Absolutely. Very excited for the game. Thanks for tuning in to the stream, man. Hopefully you had a productive week. Jay says, let's retire Dante Johnson's jersey. He's the greatest cornerback in 49er history. Said no one. CG Ruthless Sports. What's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, CG. Hey, congratulations, CG Ruthless Sports. He's now a part of that good old Spotlight Sports Network. Shout out to you, CG. Congratulations, man. And hopefully, Spotlight Sports Network it can continue to elevate your brand, which is the CG Ruthless Sports. And they will open you up to much more people, a bigger audience, and that's all good for the CG Ruthless Sports brand. And congratulations, man! It's only the beginning. Let's see. Jay says Dante Johnson has all the tools. What he has done for this team is just amazing. Said no one. 49ers Ultimate Report. What's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, 49ers Ultimate Report. And shout out to you, man. That was a great interview you had yesterday, I believe, with the Philly podcast. That was an excellent interview. You guys went back and forth. Obviously, the Philly podcast is confident about his Eagles, which he should be. And you represented the 49ers well. So shout out to you, 49ers Ultimate Report. He says, let's go Niners. And what's good, Jay? It's all good on a Sunday. We are about an hour and 11 minutes away from kickoff. So what could be better, John Jay? Yeah, Jay. Yeah, and Jay has a great comment here. The NFL it's a tough league. Because I don't remember the amount of times Dante Johnson was cut, signed just this offseason with the 49ers. Like, it's got to be, with his career, it's got to be double digits, the amount of times he's been released, signed. But hey, he still has the heart to play. He's still giving it his all. That's all you could really ask for. And the 49ers are giving him an opportunity. So, let's see what he can do. Jay says all the amazing things Dante Johnson has done is being cut all the time and coming back all the time to the PF. Yeah. It's a tough game, man. CG Ruthless Sports says Josh Norman debuted. Absolutely. We'll see how Josh Norman does. The Eagles have some young receivers, and they drafted, I think it was Devontae Smith, I believe, out of Alabama, their first round pick. They also have Watkins, and I think they have Jalen Reagor. So the Eagles have young, speedy wide receivers, and it'd be interesting to see how will DeMeco Ryans game plan for the Eagles receivers. Does DeMeco Ryan really trust Josh Norman in man coverage, or does he opt for his zone coverage? And I guess we'll see. In less than an hour and 10 minutes, how DeMeco Ryans plans to play defense. Will it be different now? I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if it was different. Big Play Slay says, good luck, man. Absolutely, man. Same to you. Jay says, breaking news. Emmanuel Mosley, our cornerback, is out for the game. The team just said on Twitter. No surprise here. He was doubtful for the game. And even if he played, I just didn't think he would be effective. And it's very unfortunate. We're without our two best starting corners, Mosley and Verrett. Very unfortunate, and we just have to keep pushing through. And I think this puts more pressure on the offense to play better, and also puts more pressure on the other defensive players, to play better and play, at the top of their game. And I think the offense this year is probably going to have to, carry the load in some games. I think Jimmy G is comfortable with that. I think we do have the weapons on offense to do that. It obviously depends on health. That is a big factor. Luke Luna says, I know it's early in the show, but my prediction is 31-24 Niners. All right, I can dig it. And Jay says, and Ambry Thomas is out. So is Ambry Thomas, is he a healthy scratch? He's just not going to suit up? Let me know, Jay, in them comments. Let's see. Jay says Zach Kerr. Okay. And Banks. I know Banks, the guard, he's still recovering from that shoulder surgery. But Zach Kerr, to my knowledge, he was not hurt. So maybe he's a healthy scratch. Let me know, Jay. Let me know in the comments. Young Hitter says Niners taking the W. Absolutely. 49 Ruby 813. What's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, Ruby. Thanks for tuning in. That's how I greet my guests. Thanks for tuning in to the Jay and the Bay pregame show for the 49ers and Eagles. She says, hello, good morning, 49er faithful family. Let's go 49ers. I appreciate you joining the stream. If you're ready for some 49er football, hit the thumbs up button on this video. And there was some news regarding, let's see. So this is the obvious news from the 49ers. We know that not active today. Raheem Mostert, he won't be active. He's placed on IR. Jason Verrett's been placed on IR. Dre Greenlaw has been placed on IR. We know those three players won't be playing. Emmanuel Mosley Jay just confirmed that Emmanuel Mosley will not be playing. This is no surprise to me. We have yet to hear about Eric Armstead, Marcel Harris, and Javon Kinlaw. I saw a tweet this morning that said, in regards to Armstead and Kinlaw, that those two players were basically game time decisions. And, I guess we'll see when they get in the game, but how effective will they be? But we'll see. We'll probably know any minute now if Armstead, Harris, and Kinlaw will be able to play. But right now they're listed as questionable, basically a game time decision. Now there was some Eagles news. Rodney McLeod, he will be out for this game due to a torn ACL, but he was basically been on IR, and he suffered that injury last December. And he plays safety for the Eagles, but he's not expected to play. So for the Philadelphia Eagles and their fans, the Eagles are basically healthy. They're ready to go. And obviously, we have some injuries on our side, of course. Jay says Debo has been balling so far this year. He could have a breakout year. Yeah, he could, as long as he continues to, stay healthy. And I think, he has all the talent in the world to have a, very productive year. Obviously, he came onto the scene really well his rookie year. His second year, he had a sophomore slump, and then let's see what he does, this year. But he has a great start to his third season, that's for sure. Luke Luna says, in regards to CG Ruthless Sports, I'm excited to see Norman's debut. I think he will play inspired and play decent. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, everyone knows that meme of Josh Norman going up against Derrick Henry. We all know that. And I don't know why. I just kept seeing that after we signed him for some reason. But we'll see what Josh Norman does. Does DeMeco Ryans believe he can play man coverage with these speedy Eagles wide receivers? That's definitely a strength on the Eagles team. It's their wide receivers. They have 3 young wide receivers, Watkins, Devontae Smith, and Jalen Reagor. So we'll see, if Josh Norman can hang with them in man coverage, or does DeMeco Ryans opt to put the corners in zone coverage. But we'll see. And also, how will DeMeco Ryans defense look against the quarterback, Jalen Hurts? That'll be interesting to see. Jalen Hurts is dynamic in the pocket. He can make plays with his legs. He reminds me of Kyler Murray, and we have to look to see what are the adjustments DeMeco Ryans makes when he's, in this game. Obviously, we have to make adjustments in order to combat what the offense is doing, and it'll be interesting to see what DeMeco Ryans does. I think he had a pretty good game plan, against the Detroit. The fourth quarter after Verrett got hurt, obviously things went haywire, but some of the starters went out. Then they had to come back in. So, but for 3.5 quarters, the 49ers defense played pretty well against Detroit. And, I wouldn't be surprised if that happened again. That's for sure. Luke Zach Football. What's good? Appreciate you coming through to the stream, Luke Zach. Good luck to your Chiefs. They playing on Sunday Night Football prime time against some good old Baltimore Ravens. That's going to be an exciting game. He says, how much of Trey Lance will we see, do you think? That's a great question. I think if an opportunity presents itself, I think he could, have some snaps in at the quarterback position. Against Detroit, I think he had, 4 snaps. Didn't really, do much. I mean, he threw the touchdown pass, which was great. But other than that, he didn't really do much. I think it kind of depends on how Jimmy G is playing. I think if Jimmy G, plays well, I think Trey won't come into the game as much. I just think that to be true. Maybe he plays the same amount of snaps, but we'll see. I'm excited when he gets in there for sure because he brings a different element to the offense. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how many plays he plays. I think he'll play at least 4 or 5 plays. I think at least, maybe more. We'll see. Let's see. I gotta say, what's good to Blue True. Thanks for tuning in to the stream, Blue True. Hopefully you had a productive week. Blue True says, enjoy the game at Jay and the Bay and the Niner Empire. I appreciate you coming through to the stream, Blue True, and I appreciate that $5 super chat. Appreciate that. Tommy Huxley says Kinlaw and Norman are playing. All right. Yeah, we definitely heard about Norman. And if that's true about Kinlaw, I think that'll definitely be good for the 49ers defense, especially the run defense. We definitely had issues stopping the running game against Detroit, especially up the middle. And that's the space that, that Javon Kinlaw occupies. Some more Eagles news. Edge rusher Josh Sweat, he signs a 3-year contract extension with the Eagles. So far over his 4-year career, he has amassed 60 total tackles and 10 sacks in 4 years. Now, Sweat, he is a part of, I think, the best defensive unit on the Eagles defense, and that's the defensive line. We have to be aware of the matchup between Fletcher Cox, Hargrave. Those are the 2 interior defensive tackles against the interior of our offensive line. So Lincoln Tomlinson, Alex Mack, Daniel Brunskill. I think that'll be a key matchup. If we don't win the trenches, we're going to have a difficult time winning this game on both sides of the ball. We have to impose our will on the defensive line, and we have to create holes in the running game, and we also have to keep Jimmy clean. We have to be able to allow Jimmy to make throws and allow him to have time in the pocket to throw. And that will be a key matchup on the interior of our offensive line versus the interior of their defensive line. And not only do they have Hargrave, Fletcher Cox up the middle, they also have Barnett and Graham on the ends. They're pretty good defensive ends. And then also behind them, they have Josh Sweat, and then they have Ryan Kerrigan. Ryan Kerrigan's a wily old vet. He's been one of the best, best players who can sack the quarterback easily of the last decade. So he was used to be with the Washington football team, but now he's with the Eagles in a reserve role. So we have to watch out for them, but they can go 6 deep or more in that defensive line. And I think that's where the game will be won and lost today. And as I mentioned, these are their strength. I feel the Eagles, Cox, Hargrave, Bennett, Graham, and then Kerrigan and Sweat. Those are their best defensive unit, in my opinion. So that's definitely a matchup we got to look out for. And I did have a question about who will be the starting cornerbacks for the 49ers. It appears it's going to be Lenore and Norman. And I wonder if Drake Kirkpatrick is active today. I don't know. I guess we'll see as the show continues to go on. Let's see. Young Hitter says, any interception from Josh Norman. Man, that'd be incredible if that happened, right? I love to say a secondary's best friend is the pass rush. We have to be able to get after the quarterback. I was surprised that Nick Bosa played so many snaps. He played, I think it was like 51 snaps on the defense. I was kind of surprised by that, but he looked pretty good out there. And I think Detroit's left tackle, Penei Sewell, he showed that he belonged in the NFL. Props to him. I think he'll have a long, productive career as long as he can stay healthy. Josh Norman, will he get a pick? We'll see. Let's see. Tommy Huxley says Ambry Thomas and Zach Kerr bench. Okay, so they are healthy scratches. Okay. I appreciate that update, Tommy. Let's see. Tommy says the Philly podcast is a clown. Well, I would say he's very confident in his team. And I heard he did say, he doesn't. There's no one on the Niners who worries him, and that's his perspective. But I guess we'll see, at the end of this game, if there are any Niners who will worry him in the future, or if there are any Niners who stood out to him. But, I appreciate his thoughts. He's definitely a knowledgeable fan, and, he's excited about his team, especially when you go on the road week 1, you go into the ATL, the former Georgia Dome, and then you shut down them good old ATL Falcons. I would be excited too if I was an Eagles fan. And this is the Eagles home opener against, with their fans. Everyone knows Philadelphia Eagles have, great fans. They're very passionate about their team. And it's going to be a crazy atmosphere. That's for sure. Jay says, in regards to Tommy, I think Debo will have a great year. I think so too. I think he will have an excellent year. I wanted to go over some of the week 1 positives. So what the Niners did well week 1. So week 1, we ran the ball effectively. Elijah Mitchell came onto the scene, rookie. I can't believe Elijah Mitchell lasted until the 7th round. That's crazy to me. But good thing we drafted 2 backs because we're already without Jeff Wilson Jr. already without Raheem Mostert. So good thing we drafted 2 backs, and we picked up Elijah Mitchell in the 7th round. He had 19 carries, over 100 yards rushing, 1 touchdown. So that's what we did well week 1. We ran the ball effectively. I think our defense played pretty well for 3.5 quarters against Detroit. Jimmy played very well as well. He made plays. I know he threw that deep pass to Debo. It didn't look pretty, but he threw the ball and he gave his receiver an opportunity to catch the ball. And that's really all that matters. No, it wasn't a perfect spiral. No, it wasn't a bullet pass, but he threw the ball up there and he allowed Debo to make a play on the ball, and Debo scored a touchdown. I want to see more plays like that from Jimmy G. I don't know how you guys feel, but I want to see Jimmy G have more plays like that where he throws the ball up and allows his receiver to make a play on the ball. And on offense as well, we were 2 of 2 in the red zone. So I think that needs to continue against the Philadelphia Eagles. Run the ball effectively, play good defense, and we need to capitalize when we have chances in the red zone to score touchdowns. The Lions were 4 of 15 on 3rd down on offense. So that's attributed to our defense, our good defense. That's something that we need to continue to do against Philly. We need to have a great defense on 3rd down. And that way we get the ball back on offense and we limit the amount of opportunities the Eagles have to score. Question for you guys: which of these positives will repeat themselves in today's game against Philly? For me, I think we'll definitely run the ball. And I think we need to definitely we definitely need to be better on 3rd down conversions on offense. I know on defense we were good, but on offense, I think we were only 3 of 9. So in order for us to have sustained drives and to win the time of possession, we definitely have to have, we definitely have to have a great success rate on 3rd downs. That's for sure. Let's continue on with these comments. Let's see. Tommy Huxley is giving his opinion of Josh Norman. Yeah, Josh Norman, he's not fleet of foot anymore. That's no surprise. He's not the elite corner he was in Carolina, but let's face it, we needed Josh Norman. A question could be asked, well, should we have attributed more resources to the secondary in the offseason? If you look at some of my past videos, I was saying, hey, we need to go out and get Stephon Gilmore or, get another corner because we put a lot of our eggs in the Jason Verrett basket. And Jason Verrett, if you look at his career, he's missed more games than he's played. He's always battled injuries. And last year, he stayed healthy for the entire year. He was playing at a Pro Bowl level. And we were hoping that he could do that again next year or this year. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. But, Lynch, he drafted 2 corners. One of them is playing really well right now. The other one is struggling. But Ambry Thomas, he didn't really play college football last year. So maybe, he'll play a little bit this year. We'll have a full offseason with the 49ers. And maybe him and Lenore could be the starting corners next year. I guess, we'll see. That's what we're hoping for. Also, we drafted Talanoa Hufanga. But I think this will definitely be another position that we will draft next year, cornerback. Definitely have to continue adding corners, young corners to this team. Jason Verrett, I will be surprised if he's back next year. Emmanuel Mosley, he is on a 2-year deal, but, that last year is not guaranteed. They could, cut him. So, and K.Y. Williams, he's also on a 1-year deal. So I think we will continue to add more corners to the secondary for sure. Tommy Huxley says Ambry Thomas ain't ready. Right. Agreed. Yeah, he's not ready yet. And I think that's okay. I know he was a 3rd-round pick, but he didn't play the previous season. And some players, they can pick up, like Lenore. He picked up the defense. He looks like he belonged, right off the bat. Some players are like that. And the other players, they take more seasoning. It takes more time. They need more time to study. They need more time on the practice field. They need more time to develop as an NFL player, because I love to say there's levels to this. And there's a different level between the college and the pros. And Ambry Thomas is just taking him a little bit more time. And that's okay. Obviously, we would love to see if he hit the ground running, but that's just not, there's not always going to be a perfect scenario. And right now, Lenore, Hasty, they're perfect scenarios where they hit the ground and running. Tommy Huxley, I appreciate that, man, saying that both Ambry Thomas and Zach Kerr are healthy scratches. I appreciate that. And Luke Luna says, if our offense is being effective, we won't see Lance much more than we did last time, maybe 8 snaps. But if we're struggling, I think we can see him a bit more. I tend to agree with you, Luke. Jimmy looked good last week, throwing the ball, making good decisions. And we didn't really need to see Trey Lance. Now, I think this game will definitely be more competitive. And, we might see Trey Lance just to present a different look. I can see that. I can see maybe Trey Lance playing more snaps, just as you said, just to present a different look. And I think it depends on how Jimmy does. Jimmy, as you said, if Jimmy's struggling, we could definitely see more Trey Lance. But if he's playing well, maybe we won't, But, of course, I am excited to see Trey area against that Philly defense. And let's see. Tommy says both Armstead and Kinlaw are playing. I think that's pretty good news. We'll see how many snaps they play, and we'll see how effective they will be. Boys for Life. What's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, Boys for Life. Hopefully your Sunday is going well. We are less than 49 minutes from kickoff. I can't wait. And, I think we will win this today. I think we will. Absolutely. Let's continue on with these comments. Tommy says you didn't get me a what's good. Let me get one. What's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, Tommy. Sorry about that, man. And let's see. Luke says, Tommy, if Eric Armstead can't play all year, I'm going to be super down on him because he has a lot to prove and money to earn, or rather justify. I think if you ask a lot of Niner fans, and specifically me, I think we kept the wrong guy. You know what I'm saying? I definitely think we kept the wrong guy. We should have kept Buckner, but, that's water under the bridge now. But Armstead, for the amount of money he's getting paid, you pay defensive players, especially defensive ends like that, because they get sacks. And Armstead, he just doesn't get sacks. Obviously, getting hurries, making the quarterback feel uncomfortable is important as well. But we got to see more from Armstead. And, he's getting paid like he's a top defensive end, but the production level isn't there. But hopefully he can continue to play better. And it's unfortunate that he's, battling an injury now, but it looks like he and Kinlaw are going to give it a go, and we'll see how effective they'll be. We definitely need all the players we can get. Luke Luna says Hurts is throwing an interception. Get that energy up and book it. This guy isn't elite, so we can get him making mistakes if our front four can have success early. Absolutely, yeah. I'm giving Hurts his respect based on he had a pretty good game week 1 against the Atlanta Falcons. They have a good offensive line. They have a good running game. They got pretty good wide receivers. The Eagles are, they look like a nice young team, but they haven't, as you mentioned, they haven't played a defense like the 49ers yet. But our defense is hampered with our corners, so it'll be interesting to see how the Eagles attack us if our corners can, be effective in coverage. But yeah, I'm giving Hurts his respect because he is dynamic. He can make plays with his legs. He had 7 carries, I think 50 yards against the Falcons. But I think this will be a close game. As you mentioned, I think you gave the score out, Luke. I think you said it'll be 31-24, and I think it will be a close game. And, I'm excited for the game. And no, Hurts is not elite. No, he's not elite, but he is dynamic, and he looked good, 1 week against them good old ATL Falcons. Tommy Huxley says the practice squad running back is also playing special teams. A practice squad running back. Okay, you would have to let me know his name, Tommy. I'm not sure who you're talking about because I think we signed 2 running backs, I believe. So let me know his name in them comments. Let's see. Tommy says, what if the next man up sucks? I mean, that's a possibility, Tommy, but, you can't just quit on the season, right? I mean, I know we have players that got hurt, and it's very unfortunate. And an argument could be made, why are the Niners signing injury-prone players? Like, I think Jason Verrett, that was an interesting signing. We signed him, 3 years ago? And it was just a 1-year flyer. Hey, come in, work out. Let's see what you can do. No one thought that Jason Verrett would have a Pro Bowl year like he did last year. No one really thought that, and he stayed healthy for the entire year. That was basically found money with Jason Verrett. He was playing at a Pro Bowl level on a 1-year deal. It wasn't like he was on a long-term extension. So that was found money with Jason Verrett. Let's see. Raheem Mostert, he's been nicked up. But also, I think we'll be fine without Raheem Mostert. I know I will miss, and I know a lot of 49er fans will miss Raheem Mostert because he's a home run threat. Once he gets in the open field, he's hard to catch. He's one of the fastest players in the NFL. But I'm glad that Lynch got reinforcements in the draft, in the running back room. But we just got to continue to play. The other players that are on the team that are healthy, they can't say, oh, well, Jason Verrett's not there. Mostert isn't there. Greenlaw isn't there, so we're not going to play as hard. They still have to continue to play because they're professionals. That's what they have to do. But I appreciate your question, Tommy. And, players got to continue to play. That's why they get paid, Tommy. Luke says, Tommy, the guy from the Ravens, it can't be carry on with his knee. I'd assume it's the Raven running back to see what he's got and can provide in the future. Yeah, so we got Kerryon Johnson, and I think the other running back was at Trenton Cannon or something like that. So, yeah, we'll see what they do. And Tommy says he thinks it's the dude from the Ravens. I think so. That would be. I think his name is Trenton Cannon. So definitely one thing or a few things that we have to improve on in this game for sure is we definitely have to improve on third down conversions. On offense, we were only 3 of 9 on third down conversions. It's not terrible, but it's not good. We definitely have to improve if we want to win the time of possession, if we want to have sustained offensive drives, if we want to limit, the Eagles' time of possession on their offense. We have to be better on third down conversions. We have to convert in those scenarios. And also the 2 turnovers, Jimmy G fumbled, Debo fumbled. So those are definitely 2 turnovers. We have to win the turnover battle as well. That's something that's very important that we have to do. And I think if we do those things, we'll definitely be able to. We'll definitely put ourselves in better position to win. That's for sure. What do you guys think about the Ayuk show? Brandon Ayuk. So Brandon Ayuk, obviously, he did not play. He did play week 1, but he wasn't effective. He played week 1. I think it was like 24 snaps. He didn't get any targets. He had a punt return. So he played, but he wasn't really effective. Shanahan said that, basically he had a hamstring injury or a pull before week 3 of the preseason, I believe he said. And he's just working his way back. And that's why Trent Sherfield is getting a bulk of the snaps at the wide receiver position. Unfortunately, we got Trent Sherfield. I couldn't imagine who would be there if we didn't get Trent Sherfield. But what do you guys think? Do you think Brandon Ayuk will get, over or under 5 catches in today's game? Let me know in them comments. And it's great that Brandon Ayuk is not on the final injury report. It seems to be he's a full go. He will be active. And I think he can get at least 5 catches against the Eagles. We're definitely going to need him. And what do you guys think? Will Brandon Ayuk get 5 over under 5 catches in the game against the Eagles? Let me know in the comments. Let's see. Jay says Trent Shelton is from the Ravens. Okay. Young hitter, bang, bang, Niner game. Absolutely. And we are less than 45 minutes from kickoff. I can't wait. Faithful Niner Empire. Redder 4 says, hey, what's good? How you doing, Redder? Man, good luck to your Steelers today. I think you play the good old Las Vegas Raiders in Pittsburgh today. Good luck to your team. Let's see. Redder says, I'm really nervous about Steelers versus Raiders. I mean, yeah, the Raiders played well Monday night. That was a great win for them to open up their stadium in front of their fans on Monday Night Football prime time. And they're going to be, they are missing running back Josh Jacobs, though. So that we'll see how they play without him. I think that should be a good game. Steelers and Raiders for sure. Tommy says Steelers are going to whoop them faders. You think so, Tommy? We'll see. I mean, I know everyone was shocked when the Steelers beat the Bills week 1. I know I was shocked. And yeah, that was a surprising win. So yeah, that's gonna be a good game though. I think that game starts at the same time as the Niner game. So young hitter clearly is not a fan of the silver and black. Tommy Huxley says we got to win the turnover battle. Absolutely. Last week we lost the turnover battle, but we were still able to hang on to that game and win. But yeah, absolutely. We can't have turnovers, and we need to force some turnovers on the Eagles offense. That way it'll give the 49ers, better field position. It'll give us another chance to score. And I agree with you, Tommy. Got to win that turnover battle. Redder 4 says Steelers need to improve on offense if we want to win this game. Absolutely. Name of the game, you got to score more than your opponent. Young hitter says the IU show is going to score a touchdown. All right. That'd be nice if that happened. Luke Luna says Ayuk going to gash these dudes. Him and Jimmy will be in tune. Kittle going to eat, and we need to win the running back battle, and yards. Trenches are definitely the key matchup. Absolutely. I agree with everything you said. I couldn't have said it any better. And yeah, I agree. The trenches is the key matchup. We have to be able to block their best unit on defense, and that's their interior defensive lineman. That's Hargrave. That's Fletcher. They got Slay. They got Slay back there at the cornerback spot. He's pretty good. I don't know if he's still elite like he was in Detroit, but he's still a pretty good corner. Jay says, let's see if Ayuk will get more playing time today. Absolutely. How many catches you think Ayuk going to get, Jay? Let me know in them comments. You think over or under 5? Hopefully he gets more snaps as long as that hamstring is doing well. I don't see why he won't. Let's see. And also another debut. We got to talk about the big man from Ohio State, running back Trey Sermon. In addition to Ayuk, we're hoping and all assumptions are that Ayuk will get more playing time. Also, Trey Sermon. Trey Sermon should get more playing time. He was a healthy scratch week 1 because Shanahan opted to have Mostert, Hasty, and Elijah Mitchell play. So Trey Sermon should be active. He should be ready to go. And what do you guys think for Trey Sermon? Over or under 10 touches in today's game? Let me know in them comments. We'll see who the second and third running back are, because by all accounts, Elijah Mitchell, he is the starting running back. And we'll see, does Shanahan rather have Hasty or does Shanahan rather have Sermon be that second back to spell Mitchell? But I think Sermon, he should get at least 8 to 10 touches in this game. So I think it'll be under, but I think he'll get at least maybe I'll say between 6 to 8 touches in this game. But I think Mitchell will probably get the bulk of the carries. But also it depends on how often we can run the ball. Week 1 against Detroit, we ran the ball 28 times, and Mitchell had 19 of those carries, and the rest basically went to Mostert, and I think a few carries went to Hasty. So we'll see. If we can run the ball at least 30 times, I would say, yes, Sermon should have at least 6 to 8 carries in this game. And but I'm excited to see the debut of Trey Sermon. And, I'm excited to see us run the ball against the Eagles. Now, some things that the Eagles did well. This is what the Eagles did well against them good old ATL Falcons. So the Eagles, the Eagles defense only allowed the Falcons offense to convert on 3 of 14 on their third down conversions. That's pretty good. I mean, that's great. That's great to only allow the opposing team to convert on 3 opportunities on third down out of 14. If this was school, that would be a failing grade on the Falcons offense, but also it'd be an A+ for the Eagles defense. We're definitely going to have to be better than that. The Niners, if the Niners can only convert on 3 of 14 on third downs, we're going to be in trouble for sure. We need to be at least more than half. So if we have 14 opportunities, we need to be at least converting 8 or 9 of those third down conversions. Keep the clock rolling to continue to tire out that Eagles defense and to continue to win the time of possession. And I think that will definitely be key. Also, the Eagles defense did not allow a touchdown, which was excellent. They only allowed 6 points against some good old Falcons, and they had 3 sacks on Matt Ryan. So Eagles defense, I don't think they can really play much better, but obviously they're going up against a better offense, a better play caller, better play designer, and better talent, I think, offensively. So let's see. Let's continue on with these comments. Let's see. Jay says maybe 6 catches for the Ayuk show. Okay, I can see that. 6 catches for the Ayuk show. Cedric Sprouse, what's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, Ced. He says, Jay and the Bay, I almost got it right with the ending score until we faltered at the end. We had them 41-10 for a minute. Yeah. And it was, everyone could see that the Niners were clearly the better team. But shout out and big ups to Detroit. They didn't quit. They didn't give up. They continued to fight hard. And, we thought the game was over until, Jason Verrett got hurt. We started pulling guys, and then the Detroit came back. And then, they had that crazy bounce with the onside kick with Kittle. It hit him in his face mask. Like, that was rare. And also with Debo, it's all about ball security. It's all about preventing turnovers. And, if Debo would have held onto the ball, it wouldn't have been close. But hopefully, he's learned from that. Hopefully Debo has learned from that. Hey, Zeus, what's good? Appreciate you joining the stream. Hey, Zeus, thanks for tuning in. He says, will Hasty get more touches? That's a great question, Hey, Zeus. It all depends. Who does Shanahan favor more, Hasty or Sermon? Who will he give the first opportunity to spell Mitchell? Will it be JaMychal Hasty, who was active, who had a few touches in last week's game, or will it be Trey Sermon, who was inactive and who was a healthy scratch? That's a great question. If I had to guess, I would say Hasty will have a similar amount of touches. I think he had 5 or less touches, and then I think Sermon may have a little bit more. Maybe Sermon will have 7. But I think all 3 running backs will be used today in today's game. And another question, will Elijah Mitchell be playing kick return, or will they have someone else? Since he's now the starting running back, I'd be surprised if Elijah Mitchell's on kick return. He's a starting running back, so maybe they'll have someone else there. Hey, Zeus gives his input on Trey Sermon. He says under 10 carries for Sermon. Okay. Hurd said, Jesus says, will Hurd play this year? I would say yes. I think Hurd will play this year. Will he be able to practice during the season? Will he be active on most of the game days? Probably not. But I think we will see a Jalen Hurd sighting. I think we will see him. I think he's out for mandatory 3 weeks. I'm sure he's being reevaluated week to week. So he should be back, week 4 of the season. And then I'm sure he'll be reevaluated, especially during that week of practice. And if he can practice every day, it'd be up to Shannon to put him on the active roster. Or I should say on the active 46-man roster for that game. But I think we will see Jalen Hurd. I think we will. Great question. Tommy says, how many yards will Mitchell have? I'm going to say he'll have 85 yards on 18 carries, I think, and a touchdown. That's what I would say. 18 carries, 85 yards for Mitchell, 1 touchdown. Tommy feels that Sermon on goal line runs. Okay. Yeah, he is a bigger back. I can see that for sure. Now, the Eagles offense did do some things well. The Eagles offense had a balanced rushing and passing attack, as illustrated here. The Eagles offense was very balanced, 35 passes, 31 rushes. So they want to do things that are similar to the Niners. They want to have a balanced attack. They want to be able to run the ball and pass the ball. And that is definitely something that the Niners will have to stop. We got to stop the running game first and foremost. Now, there was one thing you're probably thinking, oh, well, the Eagles won the game 32-6. They didn't have any negatives in the game, but they actually did. they had 14 penalties, the Eagles did. And when a team is penalized, to me, that says that they're undisciplined. They make mistakes, and we have to capitalize on those mistakes and on those penalties. And if they have another week where they have, more than 10 penalties, the Niners definitely need to capitalize on those mistakes for sure. Let's see. Luke Luna says Sermon and Hasty goal line for sure. Absolutely. Eric, what's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, Eric. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you had a productive week, man. He says good luck to the Niners while my Browns play the Titans at the Dog Pound. All right. Yeah, that's going to be a great game for the Cleveland Browns for sure. And I believe that's going to be you guys' home opener. So I think that will definitely be a blowout for sure. Lido, what's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, man. And if everyone who's in the stream right now, if you haven't, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Let me know you ready for 49er football. If you're ready for 49er football, make sure you hit that thumbs up button on the video. Let's see. He says, I honestly feel like this will be Kittle's game, the fact that they won't be able to stop us. And that's a great point about Kittle. The Eagles linebackers, they don't have any household names. And I think that's where they will struggle at the linebacking position. George Kittle, we know faithful. We know that George Kittle is a matchup nightmare. And, he makes a lot of defenses look silly. And I think that will continue today. George Kittle, I think he could be the X factor in today's game. He could have over 100 yards receiving, maybe like 6 or 7 catches. And I expect Kittle to eat for sure. And thanks for tuning in to the stream, Lido. Luke Luna says, well, I think it's funny how quick fans and media jump to conclusions like with Mitchell. We all named him the starting running back off one game against the Lions, and their defense sucked. Running back is still open. I would say Mitchell left a great impression. First game, he's active. He's a rookie, first game ever played in the NFL, and he looks pretty good. He ran for over 100 yards. And then, obviously there's a reason why he got the bulk of the carries. Obviously when Mostert went out, I think Mitchell was the next man up, and Mitchell made the most out of his opportunity. And I would say Shanahan will still ride the hot hand. I would definitely say that. Like there is no, Mitchell is a starter, unless he gets hurt. I don't necessarily think it's like that. I think if Sermon has a few carries and he goes for 10 plus yards on his first few carries, then we can see Sermon, have more opportunities to run. And I think the same with Hasty. But yeah, especially in Shanahan's offense, we've seen he's used a lot of running backs in his offense. We don't have a bell cow back, and Shanahan likes to use a number of backs, and I think that's great for the system. We don't have to just rely on one running back. We have a plethora of options. Tommy Huxley says, "Go Colts." Oh yeah, the Colts play. Well, who do the Colts play? I don't know. I was going to say the Seahawks, but that's who they played week 1. But yeah, who do the Colts play? Let me know in them comments. Rams House TV, what's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, Rams House. He says, "Yo, what's good? Good luck today. Good luck to you guys as well today. Hopefully, you guys stay healthy, man." And y'all made it. Y'all played pretty well week 1 against them good old Bears. So I'm sure you guys will keep it up. Hey Zeus says, "Will Jeff Wilson Jr. be back soon?" Well, he tore his meniscus in his knee. He's scheduled to be back between mid-November at the earliest, and at the latest, probably the beginning of December. So he basically won't be back for another basically 2 months. But he could come back sooner. I'm not sure how his rehab is going. But yeah, he definitely will be back this season. That's what his original, timeline was. He'll definitely be back this season, but I would be surprised if he's back before, I would say before the middle of November. But you never know. But I think expectations are mid-November, December. And I don't think we need to rush him back. We have plenty of running backs. No need to rush Jeff Wilson Jr. back. I know he's only on a 1-year contract, but we don't need to rush him back. We have other running backs. But it will be nice to see him when he comes back because he will add another element to the Niners running game, that's for sure. Let's see. Luke Luna says, I have receipts on a couple channels from draft day of me saying I was high on Mitchell and everyone had a we'll see attitude, but now they saw it. I think Sermon should be RB1 and Mitchell 2 with speed. That's interesting. I think we'll be fine either way. The way Shanahan likes to use running backs, he likes to rotate them in and out. He does like to ride the hot hand, which is good, but he's definitely comfortable, it seems, in the past with having multiple backs in the system. We don't have to rely just on one back. We don't have a Derrick Henry. We don't have Ezekiel Elliott when he was in his prime, but we can rely on, multiple running backs. Tommy Huxley says week 6 or week 8 for Jeff Wilson. I think that would be a very optimistic because that would have him coming back in October, which is possible. I don't know how his rehab is going. He could come back sooner than expected, but I feel like there's no need to rush Jeff Wilson Jr. He should not come back unless he's 100% healthy, 100% healthy. Cedric says a lot of NFL analysts not giving us a chance in this game, but most of the time they're wrong too. #Niners Nation. Yeah, I mean, the Eagles, like I said before, you never have a second chance to make a first impression, and they made a great impression with their new head coach, Nick Sirianni. He's been coaching in the NFL, he's been coaching football since 2005. Most recently, Nick Sirianni, the current Eagles head coach, used to be the Indianapolis Colts offensive coordinator the last 2 seasons. And, he started off the season with a bang. I mean, you can't have a better, game 1 of your NFL head coaching career than what you did week 1. You go into enemy territory. You go into the Atlanta Falcons home stadium with their fans, and you annihilate them 32-6. So a lot of people will be like, hey, the Eagles have arrived, which I don't think you can say, but there's going to be a lot of overreaction from week 1. And the Eagles, they should be confident. They beat the Falcons. I would be confident if they are too, but I think this will be a close game. And I'm sure those analysts are considering, well, the Niners are without our top 2 starting cornerbacks. We're without Dre Greenlaw. Kinlaw and Armstead are playing, but how effective will they be? So we are nicked up heading into this game, and the Eagles are healthier. So, I think this will be a close game. I don't think the Eagles going to blow us out. I don't think we'll blow out the Eagles. I think this will be, a very, very close game. I appreciate your comments, though, Cedric. Lito says, no problem, brother. Absolutely. Let's see. Luke says, I think Mitchell should be used like Mostert should have been used. We run Sermon as RB1, the workhorse, then bring Mitchell in after they are softened up and keep Mitchell fresh, protect the speed. No, that's a good idea. I definitely understand your thought pattern there, but there's a reason why Shanahan wants to use Mitchell. Maybe it's because he's a young running back. He's not Raheem Mostert. He's not 28, 29. Been injury prone since he's been taking a lot of the carry. So maybe he wants to use Mitchell. He wants to use the hot hand because maybe he feels Mitchell is a home run hitter like Mostert is. Whenever he has a chance to get the ball, he could take it to the end zone. Darius Thomas, what's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, D. He says Rams. Okay. Tommy Uxie says the Lambs. David, what's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, David. Hopefully your Sunday is going well. We are less than 23 minutes till kickoff. I can't wait. Thanks for tuning in, man. I appreciate your support. He says, sup, brother Jay? I'm doing good on a Sunday. Rams House TV says, oh, okay, we play the Colts. That's why Tommy said he's rooting for the Colts. Yeah, man. That should be a good game. I can see the Rams winning that game for sure. I can see the Rams. And then the Colts will start off the season 0-2. That definitely would not be good for the Colts. But I think right now the Rams are playing, much better. Is that a home game for the Rams or is that an away game? Let me know, Rams House TV, in them comments. What's good? 49ers, Lakers for life. I know you're excited for the game. He says, what's up, Jay? I'm doing good on a Sunday. Luke Luna says, no good luck to the Rams. I'm sorry, but crash and burn. But I hope you guys stay healthy for sure. And that's what I mean. When I say good luck to other teams, I'm saying, hopefully you guys stay healthy. And, that's pretty much it. And then, of course, they're in our division. But that's what I mean when I say good luck. Just stay healthy. I don't wish injuries on no one. And obviously, we've gotten a lot of injuries. I wouldn't want to wish that on no fan base, no team. But, yeah, when I say good luck, I'm saying, stay healthy. And, hopefully you guys put your best foot forward, But Rams House TV says, yes, sir. Yeah, we got to stay healthy. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see. Jay says, got to go. Jay in the Bay, enjoy the game. Niners. Thanks for tuning in, Jay. I appreciate all your insights and your updates. I appreciate that. And we got to get into what are Jay and the Bay's key to victory. Let's get into that. So my Jay and the Bay's keys to victory. We got to start off, of course, with number 5. I think we can't allow big plays from the Eagles wide receivers. That is, I think, the Eagles' strength is their wide receivers. They have 3 young wide receivers, Devontae Smith, Watkins, and they also have Jalen Reagor. So we can't allow their wide receivers to have big plays. And also that's an area where we know it's faithful, where that's not our strength right now. Mosley's out, Verrett's out. We're starting Demo Lenore, a rookie corner, and Josh Norman, who's, let's face it, he's on the back 9 of his career. So that's going to be a very tough assignment for our defense. Is we can't allow big plays from the Eagles wide receivers. They had a pretty good game against the Falcons, and Jalen Hurts can throw to any one of those 3 wide receivers. Let's see. Luke says to David, what's up, my brother? Glad you made it. Corey Davis, what's good? Appreciate you coming through, KD. He says, good morning, everyone, and Jay in the Bay, and I hope you all have a wonderful Sunday. Same to you, man, and it will be a great Sunday, of course, with football on, but it will make an even better Sunday if the 49ers can win, man. That's for sure. And we are 20 minutes away from kickoff. Tommy Huxley agrees with me. If we win, it will be a great Sunday. Absolutely. Jay in the Bay's number 4, key to victory. We got to keep Jimmy G clean, faithful. If we keep Jimmy clean, we've seen what he can do. He can play at, I would say a top 12 quarterback level, and we can keep Jimmy clean. If we can create a nice pocket for Jimmy to throw, if he's not pressured, if he feels comfortable in the pocket, that's when we see the best Jimmy G. And that will be a tall task going up against this Eagles defensive front. They got Hargrave, they got Cox, they got Barnett, they got Graham, they got Kerrigan, they got Sweat. So they have, some studs up front. And that will definitely be a matchup. Can the 49ers offensive line create holes in the running game? And can they protect Jimmy G? Let's see. Luke says, David, I'll be texting you, brother, during the game. David also says, Hasty taking all Wilson's touchdowns. We good? Yeah. So there's no need to rush back. Jeff Wilson Jr., I don't think. He could be ahead of schedule. He could be looking good. I think that's great, but there's no need to rush him back. Hey, Zeus, how's the Eagles' offensive line? It's pretty good. They have a young offensive line. They're led by right tackle Lane Johnson. He's a veteran. He's probably one of the better right tackles in the game. They have Jason Kelsey at center. He's been doing it a while with the Philadelphia Eagles. He's probably one of the best centers in the NFC for sure. They have a young left tackle. I think they just signed him to an extension. So that'll be an interesting matchup as well. The young left tackle's name is escaping me, but he'll be going up against Nick Bosa. that would be an intriguing matchup. But yeah, the Eagles, they have a pretty good offensive line and defensive line. They're pretty stout up front. Young Hitter, I appreciate the kind words, man. He says, great stream, Jay in the Bay. Everyone have a wonderful, blessed day. Let's go Niners Empire. Absolutely. You have a great day as well, man. Jay in the Bay's third key to victory. We can't allow Jalen Hurts to make plays with his legs. We have to keep him in the pocket, which means our defensive ends, or if it's a linebacker on the end or a safety on the end, we have to keep outside contained. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I've seen it where, let's say they're in the offense, the opposing offense is in a pistol formation. Quarterback is about, 5 feet from the center. The running back is about less than 5 feet from the quarterback. The quarterback takes the snap. He puts the ball out like he's going to hand it off to the running back. And when he does that, he's reading the defensive end. If the defensive end crashes to the line to tackle the running back, the quarterback will keep the ball and run outside. And usually when that happens, it's a big game. So we have to prevent that from coming to fruition. And the way we prevent that is Armstead or Bosa. It seems like it always happens to Armstead's side. So when that play happens, Armstead needs to stay outside. He basically just needs to stand still and allow the quarterback to hand the ball off to the running back. We would much rather have the running back run the ball up the middle and get a minimal gain than have the quarterback keep the ball and run to the outside and get 10 plus 15 plus yards and a first down. So this is something that I always see from Armstead. Armstead always he doesn't keep outside contained. But we'll see, because Armstead is active. We'll see how effective he'll be, but maybe there'll be another defensive end. But for the entire defense, you got to keep outside contained. We have to limit the big plays from Jalen Hurts. You can't allow him to have big plays on offense. Let's continue on with these comments. Let's see. Rams House TV says it's an away game. All right. So that's your first away game. Good luck to you guys. Stay healthy. And David says, bring Defoe home. That ship has set sail, David. I think, it's pretty clear we shouldn't have traded away, Buckner, but, nothing we can do about it now, unfortunately. I'm looking forward to seeing Defoe when we play the Colts in our I think that's going to be a Sunday night game as well, the 49ers and Colts. I think it's week 7, or week 6 we play the Colts. But yeah, that's going to be a great game, and I'm looking forward to that. But unfortunately, Armstead is just not that guy. I think we can all see that. Let's see. Let's continue on with these comments. I'm running behind. Let's see. Tommy says the Eagles' offensive line is very good. The fans say top 3. Yeah. Yeah, it's very good. They're a very, very good unit. Rams House TV is all respect. Absolutely. The Cedric says the Colts are at home. Okay. Luke says, well, I get it, but then when your home run hitter is banged up, then you don't have him. I'd rather have Mostert for plays than Mostert for games. It makes sense. No, absolutely. And, hopefully, Mitchell can have a better health than Mostert. That's all we can really hope for. But yeah, I think Shanahan will use more than one running back today for sure. Absolutely. And it seems like Shanahan favors Mitchell right now. He's looked better. Luke says, yes, David, and Hasty within 10 yards is going to be money. Mitchell in open space. Rams House TV says, how do you feel about Josh Norman? I mean, we need him. I mean, he's he's a vet. He's been in the game for a long time. He's seen it all. Obviously, he's not in his prime anymore, but I think he's solid. but there's no doubt we need him due to injuries to Emmanuel Mosley and Jason Verrett. We need him, and anything he can give us, we appreciate. And we'll see how it goes on. We'll see who else plays, because our starting corners will be, Demo Lenore, Josh Norman, and Kayvon Williams. And I'm sure we'll see. I don't know if Drake Kirkpatrick is active today. Maybe someone can tell me in the chat. I'm not sure if he's active today, but, I guess we'll see. Tommy says, I like it, Luke, three-headed monster, exactly, with the running game. Bay Area throwbacks. What's good? Appreciate you joining the stream. Bay Area throwbacks. He says, checking in. What's good? It's all good, man. Can't wait for the game. We are 12 minutes from game time. I can't wait. All right. So, my second key to victory for the 49ers is we need to score touchdowns in the red zone. Sounds simple, but this is something that the Falcons did not do. I know the Eagles won that game 32-6, but at halftime it was only 15-6. And the Falcons, they were able to move the ball down the field on the Eagles defense. Their problem, the Falcons, was when they got into the red zone, they weren't able to score touchdowns. If they would have scored touchdowns, and that score would have been 15-14, at halftime instead of 15-6. That's a huge difference. Also, it's a boost to the confidence of the offense. The Falcons weren't able to score touchdowns, and that's part of the reason why they got blown out. So the Niners, we need to be able to score touchdowns when we're in the red zone. We did that week 1 against Detroit. We were 2 for 2 in the red zone, and that'll need to continue against the Eagles. Livy's World, what's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, Livy's World. Thanks for your continued support. Hopefully you have a great Sunday. Hopefully you had a great productive week as well. Bay Area Throwback says, nice hat. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Thank you for the kind words, man. Never had a draft hat before, but I was like, let me go cop one. When I first saw it, I was like, it looks okay, but I thought it looked better in person. And I'm glad I got this draft hat, first draft hat I ever purchased. And this is unique because Trey Lance was drafted and he had this hat on. So got to represent, man. Thank you, though. Luke says, at Rams house, we shall see. I think we will play decent. The guys' elite days seem to be behind him. It looks like Luke is talking about Josh Norman. But if you're on a losing squad, it breeds losing efforts. So let's see what he's got with us, 49ers for lifers. Absolutely. Let's see what Josh Norman has. Am I expecting him to be a shutdown corner? No. But, we'll see what he does. And we are 10 minutes away from game time. And my number one key to victory, win at the point of attack. That's on both sides of the ball. The point of attack is in the trenches. That's the offensive line. That's the defensive line. We have to win in those areas in order to create holes for the running game, in order to create time for Jimmy in the pocket to look to the right and look to the left. And we also have to get after the quarterback, Jalen Hurts, and we need to slow down the running game. It all starts and ends in the trenches. We do these 5 things that I just mentioned. Don't allow big plays from the Eagles wide receivers. Keep Jimmy G clean. Don't allow Hurts to make plays with his legs. Score touchdowns in the red zone and win at the point of attack on the offensive and defensive line. The 49ers should win. And I feel the 49ers will win this game 27-23. That's what I think the final score of the game will be in favor of the 49ers. Faithful Niner Empire. If you guys are ready for 49er football, make sure you leave a thumbs up on the video. I appreciate it. And go ahead, drop in your final score prediction. What do you think the score will be for the 49ers and Eagles? Go ahead and drop that prediction. Let's see. Let's continue on with these comments. David says, I can't hide from 55. Talking about D4. Hopefully we'll have a D4 sighting in this game, and hopefully we'll see that in this game, because we know that means that he scored. He got a sack. And he had a sack week 1 against Detroit. Hopefully we can get that today against them good old Philadelphia Eagles. Rams House TV says, about to dip. I appreciate you coming through, Rams House TV. He says, about to go live stream for the game. We just want to show some love. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for coming through. And, I know you guys are looking forward to the game. I'm looking forward to the game as well, man. Looks like David says later. Luke Luna said to Libby's Road, hope you have a blessed day and great Sunday. Good to see ya. All right. Rams House TV says, keep doing your thing, bro. Remember, NFC West is the best division in the league. Absolutely. There's no doubt about that. Tommy Huxley says, I don't have faith in the corners today. Need the D-line to play better than well. I agree. I think we'll need the D-line definitely to step up, get pressure on Hurts, and I think that will have the defense playing. That will have the defense playing better, and it'll relieve pressure on the secondary. If the defensive line can get pressure, and I think that will definitely help our secondary, and it'll help the overall of the defense. That's for sure. And I think the offense is going to have to step up. I think Jimmy G and this offense is definitely going to have to play better. It's going to have to play. They're going to have to make plays. Jimmy G is going to have to get the ball into his playmakers' hands. That's for sure. Let's see. Andrew, what's good? Appreciate you coming through to the stream, Andrew. That's a nice avatar you got there. And for those that are still in the chat, go ahead, drop in your final score prediction for the 49ers and Eagles game. Let me know in them comments. Andrew says, if the D-line isn't able to force Jalen Hurts to make mistakes, then our secondary will be in trouble. I mean, if the pass rush is not effective against the Eagles' offensive line, absolutely, I would agree. We're going to have to be effective against their offensive line. We can't allow Jalen Hurts to be comfortable in the pocket. I definitely agree with that. And thanks for tuning in to the stream, Andrew. I appreciate it. David says, Mitchell is sneaky. I like him. I like him too. He's shown great signs so far. Tommy says, Kyle Shanahan has played against this D-line multiple times in his career. He has a good game plan. We just need the players to make it happen. I would agree. There's definitely a coaching mismatch here. Shanahan, I think, is the best play caller, play designer in the NFL. He will find ways to make positive plays on this Eagles defense, whether that be running the ball, passing the ball. I think, Shanahan will do a great job of scheming plays to make this offense effective against any defense. Luke Luna says, I've been on Mitchell since draft day. I've been in debates with the cutback. They didn't see it the same with SF49ers report. I have receipts saying Mitchell will be huge for us, and they were the same way. And you were right. You were right, Luke. You were absolutely right. David says, Kittle, 7 catches, 166 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he's got the 49ers winning 28-20. I could see that. That's right. I like that. Niners, Lakers for life. He's got the Niners winning 30-24. All right. Tommy Huxley has the Niners winning 24-21. All right. And looks like the players are running out onto the field. Looks like it's a packed house in Philly. All right. Let's see. Luke says the D-line has to create problems for Hurts, and we will be good. Looks like Mark Schlereth is on the telecast as the color commentator, and I like Mark Schlereth. I think he's pretty good. He's a former player. Blue True 27-14. Who's winning, Blue True? Let me know in them comments. Luke Luna 31-24 Niner gang. Jesus 30-26 Niners. Niners all day 55. What's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, Niners all day. It's been a minute, man. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you're at home, be able to watch the game today. I agree with you, man. Niners all day. He's got the Niners winning 24-21. All right. Well, I appreciate everyone tuning in to the stream. Blue True says Niners, of course. Shout out to Blue True for that super chat. Shout out to everyone who was in the stream today. Looks like the Niners game should be starting any minute now. Well, still we got 3 minutes. But shout out to Niners all day, Niners, Lakers for life, Jesus, Luke, Tommy, David, Andrew, Rams House TV, Bay Area Throwbacks, Libby's World, Cedric, Young Hitter, Jesus, Darius, Lido, Eric, Young Hitter, Boys for Life, Luke Zach Football, 49, Ruby. Thanks for tuning in to the stream. Big Play Slay, CG Ruthless, Lennon Wolf, 49ers Ultimate Report. I appreciate everyone coming through to the stream. KD was in here as well. Hopefully everyone has a great Sunday. It'll be an even better Sunday if the 49ers win, of course. Let's see, Niners All Day says, hey, man, what's good? Haven't talked in a while. Always watch, how it is school keeping me busy. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you coming through. And, yeah, you have your priorities, man, and you got your priorities straight. So, yeah, man, I appreciate you coming through. And thanks for your continued support. And everyone have a great Sunday. Week 2 is upon us. Kickoff will start any minute. And I will have my first half thoughts on the game. It'll just be a video, not a live stream, but just a video. And then also I will have a post-game live stream, most likely at 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. Hopefully you guys can join me then. We'll talk about the Niners and Eagles game. Faithful Niner Empire. I appreciate everyone for coming through to the stream. And hopefully everyone has a great day. And go Niners. Looks like David says Sermon is active. Absolutely. And everybody enjoy the game. I'll see you guys real soon. Go Niners.